If you want to miss out on world history, then don't watch this video. Hello, dear viewer, and welcome to episode 1 of Modern History. Today we will start with the Roman Empire's collapse. Let's get into it. For those who don't know the Roman Empire, let me explain. The Roman Empire was a complex empire which extended from the city of Rome in modern-day Italy. Rome was founded as a city-state and was democratically ruled. They took down the Italian peninsula, and after 3 Punic Wars, they had conquered Tunisia, all of Italy, Iberia, Greece, and the Mediterranean Sea, connecting the empire's European parts. As you can see, they control Spain, Tunisia, and many other territories here. After that war, campaigns allowed them to conquer Europe, and eventually France, England, the Balkans, North Africa, and the Middle East would fall to them. The empire was considered the most powerful of all time at the time, and throughout the following hundreds of years, even to today, people longed to remake the Roman Empire's glory. At Rome's height, they controlled all of what you see on this map. You can see how far they stretched here, guys. In 117 AD, they reached their height and were still a dominant country for hundreds of years. But how could such a strong country fall? The answer? Fighting. You may ask this question. If they conquered the empire through war, how did they fall behind because of it? Well, the main answer boils down to 2 things: infighting and overextension. The Romans were the biggest empire of all time at the time, completely defeating the former largest empires and having them as small sections of the empire. This was bound to spark rebellion, and it did. Some major ones were the Jewish rebellion in the year 66, and the Bar Kokhba revolt in 132 to 136. It had the Israeli population attempt to liberate this map. The blue represents the revolts and just how far Rome was. You see this area? Their goal was to push up here and capture these Holy Lands and reestablish a Jewish state. On top of these revolts were happening from people across the country wanting a strong leader to stop democracy from arousing. From riots taking place in big European cities like Milan, Florence, and Athens, followed for Julius Caesar to take rule. Caesar was a very prominent leader, being famous for cracking down on rival militias and revolts. His tactical genius terrified enemies, and Rome was prospering again. As the first dictator of Rome, he terrified political opponents, so the Roman Senate gathered weapons and started to fight Caesar. According to the legend, Caesar didn't die and fought the senators outnumbered 100 to 1, and he only lost when he saw his son help the senators, killing his heart and life. As Rome was prospering, Octavian, the first true emperor, took power. He couldn't handle the entire empire after he made an alliance with Egypt, expanding the territory even more. And he gave every single state small levels of autonomy. His reign soon ended after causing unrest due to an assassination, and emperors would take power and then would be assassinated. This was called the Year of the 5 Emperors. So the semi-autonomous states declared independence. The first one being the Gallic Empire in 260, as shown here. The second one being the Palmyrene Empire, as shown here. And after 10 years, they fought a massive war to reclaim both of these. You can see here. And as the following emperors rebuilt Rome to its most powerful in decades, they kept farther provinces in the empire using courts that were made by Diocletian. Diocletian became one of the few emperors to retire peacefully, which led to Constantine the Great converting Rome to Christianity, making Rome filled with political unrest, which started the most controversial dynasty called the Constantine dynasty in 337. The sons of Constantine started a small civil war, and over the years, small territories started switching sides from Catholic to other religions, as barbarians fled into Rome from fleeing the Huns, which started a civil war in northern border states, where guerrilla war had Roman troops retreating. This made the emperor inflict more taxes which led to people rebelling, and then cutting down on Christianity, fighting Rome's religion, and the people had enough. But the rebel leader Maximus declared himself emperor and led a massive rebellion, but he was defeated in 388. After the war in 390, there were two children, Arcadius and Horanius, but instead of starting another civil war, they decided to split the power and money of the empire, with Arcadius taking the Eastern Roman Empire, or the Byzantine Empire, and Horanius took the Western Empire of Rome itself. And this time, Rome would not recover. Although the East survived for 1,000 more years in the city of Constantinople, half the empire was separated, so did the military, which led to Hun leader Attila making an attack on Rome. With the military weakened, the Huns attacked Rome. For 80 years, the Gothics also attacked Rome because they were aiding the Huns. The empire fell. The empire fell piece by piece in retreat, and was slowly becoming a weakened country. In the year 456, Rome fell in battle, with a 16-year-old leading it. The Huns took control of Rome, and then the title of Rome was passed on to the Byzantine Empire, ending Rome and starting the Dark Ages. Thank you for watching episode 1 of Modern World History. We covered Rome's fall from 117 AD to 456. 573 years from Rome's height to their decline. I spent 2 hours writing this script. So like and subscribe, and I'll have episode 2 if we get 15 likes. Goodbye.